As silver stackers, we're all aware of the stagnancy of silver price since it hasn't even crossed $30 an ounce since 2013. We're also aware that silver has experienced two major spikes, once in 1980 and another in 2011. Now, we have no idea when the next one will take place, but we need to have a plan in case it ever does. We're going to talk about that and take a visit to my LCS to get a dealer's perspective on how a modern silver price explosion will go down. So make sure you stay tuned.
This video is being brought to you today by Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers with locations in Raleigh and Rocky Mount, North Carolina. If you're looking for competitive prices on gold, silver, or numismatics, give Lou a call or visit him online. You can find the link to his website in the description of this video. That's my LCS and he'll treat you right. Tell him that Silver and Gold Stack Attack sent you.
Hey YouTube, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'd like to take a second to thank you for being here with me today. Your support has been amazing, and you guys are pushing this channel to 5,000 subs, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I never thought I'd hit 5, never mind 5,000. And that support makes you guys a part of the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. You've all helped this little channel grow, and it means more than you know. So today, we're going to talk about a potential silver price explosion, and also get an LCS owner's perspective on how it all might be handled from his end. That being said, let's go ahead and roll it. All right, before we get rolling, I wanted to show you guys this silver round. I picked up a few of these yesterday. Not finding a whole lot of information on them. I could find basic information. But if anybody knows anything about these here, Mass Metal, I don't know if that's a slogan or the actual place that minted them. I can't find who minted them. I can't find the year they were minted. It said established 2008, but I don't know. So if anybody has any information on this silver round, let me know in the comments below, if you don't mind. I always like to know a little bit about what I have. All right, before we go to the coin shop, here is a disclaimer. We're going to be talking about how an LCS would look at $50 silver from his perspective, but this video is not pumping silver price, okay? It's just not. And it's not claiming that we're going to see $50 silver here very soon. That's not the point of this video. The reality of silver price is this. No one knows what it's going to do. Not the talking hands on YouTube, or the silver pumpers, or anyone else for that matter. Some of these folks just keep throwing outlandish predictions out there, and to me that's just irresponsible.
Unfreaking believable.
But I guess if they keep slapping their opinion against the wall, one year it might actually stick, and then they can say I told you so. Regardless, always take silver to the moon claims with a grain of salt, okay? All right, moving on. Do we really want to see $50 silver? Well, I guess that all depends on the conditions that brought it there. Now, if silver happened to increase in price organically, like finally realizing its true value, then yes, we'd like to see it. But what other conditions in a price increase could be cause for concern? Well, first and foremost, did the economy tank to cause that spike? Or were there underlying conditions like the Hunt brothers back in 1980, or the monetary inflation increase in solar energy in 2011? How many silver stackers would be priced out of the market at $50 an ounce? And would that $50 price drop again, like it always has? Do you sell it all and assume it won't go higher? Or do you just parcel it out a bit at a time to see if it will go higher? And would you even be able to sell your silver knowing there would be absolute insanity at the doors of the coin shops? No matter how you look at it, it's a fairly complex situation, guys. And it's going to require a plan on your part. We don't know if or when that next big spike will be. A good portion of us might not even be here when it does. But, hey, it doesn't hurt to be ready for one, just in case, right? Got to have your plan. Got to have your plan. All right, so we're ready to head on over to my LCS and have a talk with Lou on, well, how things would look from his end during a silver price spike. He did experience that 2011 insanity, so he's seen it before. Let's go ahead and get his take on it all. All right, we're here at Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're here with Lou. How you doing, Lou?
Hey, doing good, Neil. How you doing today?
I appreciate you taking me in. Doing pretty good. It's what day is it? I don't even know. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
March 20th.
It's Wednesday. 2 more days.
March 20th, 2024.
The weekend can't get here fast enough. All right, so the video today, we're talking about
from an LCS point of view, what would happen if silver were to go back to $50 an ounce? We know that we've already had rushes in 1980. That was the Hunt Brothers fiasco. 2011, it kicked up again because of I think it was inflation and uncertainty overseas and whatnot. There was a bunch of factors for 2011. But the last time we even sniffed $30 was in 2013. So we're in a little bit of a slump here. So you got to figure people have been amassing silver, but probably more than the people who have quit on it, I would imagine, because it's been an affordable buy for years now, more than a decade. So here's the main gist of the question. How does an LCS shop owner react to $50 silver when the masses come running in saying, buy my silverware, buy my silver. Look what I got. I got Nana's pendant here. How do you think that's going to end? Were you a part of the 2011?
Yeah, 2000.
All right, so reflect back
or 11 or something.
Reflect back. We'll start with 2011. Reflect back on how that went for you.
Well, when I'm remembering is the days when it was back in through the 40s. So silver was 42, the next day 43.50, the next day 44, numbers like that. It kept climbing, and we had lines out the door. That statement. That's basically what it is. Lots of people coming in, just have to wait their turn one after another, and most of the people were selling all kinds of stuff that was in the family, they inherited. Some of it were just people who bought the silver years ago, or whose parents bought it years ago, maybe even in 1980, or they bought it in 82, and here they bought all of these junk silver coins, constitutional quarters by the bagful, and now is the perfect time to sell it. That's the way they looked at it. It was a perfect time to cash it all in and make some money on their silver.
Yeah. So by no means are we predicting a run to 50. This is purely a hypothetical video. Again, we've been pretty dormant since 2013 on price. We haven't even broke $30.
Yeah, for 10, 11 years.
Yeah, we're sleeping.
It's just sitting in $25 range. It's pretty normal for it. Yeah.
So hypothetically, like I said, this video isn't saying, "Hey, we're going to $50." Get ready, folks. This is purely hypothetical. If it hits 50. What are you anticipating? What do you think? How do you think people are going to react?
Well, I think a lot of it will be the same. Maybe some of the stackers, the people have been buying the past 10 years, 15 years, they may start selling because now they're finally seeing higher numbers and ready to unload some of what they have. Even if they sell 25% or 50% of what they have, there will probably be some sellers. And of course, the other people who just inherited or just realize they've had it for 6 months, they hear that it's real high, they will be selling. And then, of course, there's always the FOMO people that come running in to buy, empty out their bank account and run in to buy, and they realize.
Which has always amazed me. That I don't understand. Silver hits the doldrums for a decade, and these people don't buy in. It hits 50, and they're like, "Oh hell, I got to go get me some silver."
Yeah.
And then, bam, the inevitable decline comes, and now they're all pissed off at silver.
And they're way over.
And they're way over. Right? They're just done.
So deep that they're not going to get their money back for the next 20, 30 years.
I've never understood why you buy on the high.
Well, that's the FOMO. That's
the FOMO.
The
FOMO is strong.
Higher and higher, I better get it. And then everyone else is thinking, you know what, it's time to sell some, And
yeah, personally, I would sell probably, if it hits 50, I would probably sell maybe a quarter.
I think that's a great move. Yeah, you want to push something out there and take some profit on what you've had,
Yep.
But I always tell people don't sell it all.
No, I want to keep some. I'm going to keep some.
It does go to triple digits.
Right.
What did you do to yourself?
And if it goes back down, I didn't lose anything.
Right, and you did cash in some, so you feel good about it. Yeah.
Because mine is specifically for my retirement, but I would have to, if it hits 50, I would definitely have to unload.
Well, that's another problem people have, though, is when it gets to 50, they start thinking it's going to 75 or whatever, some higher number. Then they hold, and they're thinking about selling, but they never actually sell any.
It's a tough call.
And it comes back down. Well, that's why I think you got to release a third of it, a quarter of it, some sizable amount, just in case it does.
Yeah, I think we live too much on the promise of silver, though. That's the problem. We think that finally the day is going to get here. Oh, we're at 50. It's going to go to 70. Then you hear all the silver pumpers on YouTube. We're going 100 to 1,000. And I'm not even going to mention any names because people know who they are. I'm not. There's plenty of them on YouTube.
Well, that causes them to hold every single thing they have. Even a bent mercury dime is held on to like it's the greatest thing ever because it's going to be worth 1,000 or something. Or silver's going, to hundreds of dollars an ounce, which it may someday, but. But we got to
Probably not while I'm around.
Yeah, we got to take one step at a time.
Yep.
I think is
Yep.
a realistic. So it would be a good thing. Although some of those people may be coming in, if it gets crowded and it gets very busy, it's different from a average shop. Average day at the coin shop.
Yep.
And if it gets really busy, somebody coming in with a big old bag of war nickels and he wants to get them all counted and figure out what he's got, he may have to go back to the back of the line or off to the side and wait.
Yeah.
Because someone else in front of him may have exactly 500 silver eagles or exactly $1,000 bag of face quarters, 90%. Yep. And it's easier to verify more quickly than a bag of mixed bags and rolls and half containers and pill bottles full of war nickels, and some are and some aren't. You got to sort them.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't going to be time for all that stuff in a.
Well, that kind of brings me into the next topic. Let's say they're lining up out the door, got Nana's silverware and all kinds of crazy stuff, medallions and medals and religious crosses, everything, all kinds of. So, at what point, what wouldn't you buy? Who would you turn away if they brought, like, what would you turn away as far as silver?
Well, I don't think we really turn much away, although, like I'm saying, it's almost like the guy with the war nickels or something. He doesn't know how many exactly he has, and he's got all these different containers full of them, and some are not war nickels, and we start seeing some that aren't. It's just going to take too long to sort when the person behind him may have, tubes of 20s,
tubes of eagles,
silver eagles, or silver rounds. And
Look,
20s.
Personally, if I'm the LCS owner and somebody brings in a bucket full of friggin' war nickels, no, it's not worth 35%. Or that's just not. And from what I understand, even the, I think the refineries are kind of saying, hey, let's keep it to 80%. They're kind of turning away. I don't know about in a silver rush if they would do the same, but aren't they kind of saying, hey, anything below 80, we're.
Well, I know nobody really wants to pay the exact value because you're not going to melt it down anyways. There's too many impurities. It's a tricky thing to melt as opposed to 10-ounce bars or something. They're already 10-ounce bars. I mean, even a damaged 10-ounce bar could be melted and made into another one easily compared to a pile of war nickels, 40%, or foreign coins.
Yeah, the foreign coins.
European coins of old, from the 1800s, but if they're worn out and they're slick, and there's 0.720, 0.835, and they don't have them sorted, this is going to take a lot of time just to sort and separate, handfuls of little change and little coins. It may not be worth trying to do it that way.
Yeah, and here I am sitting with about 150 ounces of world silver.
Well, put it in the category of, hey, this is all sterling. This
sterling.
is 80% Canadian, or whatever they are. Have it somewhat sorted.
I can't keep away from the world silver. I just can't. I love it. I love the stuff. I don't know what it is. I think it's the designs, the artwork.
Yeah, good designs.
Proof, the proof finishes on these things.
Yeah.
They're limited. I mean, a lot of these world coins are limited to like, 15,000 and up.
And a lot have been melted.
And a lot of them been melted.
Every time silver does go up, that stuff looked at like who's going to be the next buyer. Nobody soon. Silver eagles you're going to sell soon. Morgan dollars, constitutional silver can sell, rather quickly. But oddball type of foreign coins don't sell quick. And
So
they may end up at the refinery and melt it again.
Yep. So last question. At what point do you shut the doors? Say, hey, I can't do it anymore, folks.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, that really is. That's a trick question. As long as there's money to be
I'm not
made,
trying to trick you.
No, as long as there's money to be made, I think most local coin shops are going to stay open because they're making money.
Yeah.
It would just only be to the point if they're going through the money too quickly and can't get the money refined and sent back to them quick enough. Because any local coin shop, if they're buying 90% and only selling 10%, to local people or something like that, they're stuck with a lot of it that they got to ship off wholesale to a distributor, to some other bigger refinery or something, and wait to get their money back, their money wired to them or a check sent, and it could easily just take days just for shipping. It's
so you're going to keep the doors open until you're stuffed to the gills.
Until I'm stuffed to the gills and out of money and just full
out of money, folks.
Silver. Also, what do you want me to pay you with, silver?
What was that?
Silver and pay you with silver.
What was that movie? Vacation. Parks closed. Parks closed, folks.
But otherwise, that'd be about it.
Yeah.
As long as there's money to keep the flow going, it's okay. I mean, if silver hit 100 an ounce, as long as the money can keep circulating, we can keep buying, and we have sellers, it would be all right. I wouldn't close the door then, just because it hits a magic number. It's almost just more because there's some other problem.
Right.
gets in. And it may be a security problem at some point too.
That too, your doors are open.
In 1980, there was a line out the door and cars all over, and nobody really cared. Today, it seems like if people are all going out with checks and checks and checks, as people are coming in, there might be security out there to make sure that people park their car and actually walk in the door safely and get back to their car safely.
Well, judging by this parking lot here, you got a problem because it's small. That is one small parking lot.
Well, we'll worry about that when silver hits sky high numbers.
All right. So I think that's the only question. Those are the only questions I had. So basically, you keep the door open until you just stuff to the gills. Can't buy anymore. Run out of cash. We don't know. I mean, who knows when the big one's coming next? I mean, personally, I think before I'm gone, I think we'll see one more spike.
Well, I think we'll see another.
We'll see another spike. Yeah. I don't know how much. I'm not even about to predict it, but I think we will see another nice spike where I can unload some and then just save the rest for retirement. And then I'll probably sit there in retirement thinking, "Damn, it's $25 again. I should have sold it all." It's a catch-22. That's what stackers are faced with.
Well, definitely. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
a
we
tough
can't
decision.
predict the future, so you don't know for sure. You don't know if it goes over 50, if you'll ever be able to buy it again at 50. If it continues going up 60, 70 and going that way. So it's all just
for sure.
A little bit of, hold 'em. A little bit of hold 'em, a little bit of gambling involved.
That's it. That's the name of the game. All right, Lou, well, I appreciate your time, as always, and we'll catch up with you in the next one. So that's Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Give Lou a call or check out his website. All his information is in the beginning of this video and in the description. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Neil.
All right. There you have it, guys. Big shout out to Lou at Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers for taking the time out for the interview. If you're in the Raleigh area, be sure to look him up or check out his website. The store address and the website are in the description of this video. Best prices in Raleigh, I can promise you. Anyway, what are your thoughts on $50 silver? Are you concerned about it going up in the wrong way, or are you hoping it goes up in the right way? Would you sell it all or just some of it? Do you guys even think we'll see $50 silver in our lifetimes? And do you have a plan in place just in case it does? Look, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You know I love going through them all, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?